The Ronald McDonald House has been a tremendous resource for families of sick children. But like just about everything else, the pandemic has changed what the charity can offer.
This is some story tonight. Joe Kepner shows us what they're doing, though, to help families have peace of mind and stay Central Florida strong.
My son had a liver transplant, and we can't leave until he, doesn't see the doctor quite as often. Right now, he's still seeing the doctor twice a week. So then when we get down to once a month, then we can leave. But until then, we're not allowed to leave the city.
This is Rebecca Adkins and her 3-year-old son, Mateo, and they are not where they're supposed to be. The family is from Stark, Florida, a small town 130 miles north of Orlando. But for the last few months, home has been here at the Ronald McDonald House.
A lot of people do come down for the health care, and having this house, having the stuff that we do, the beds, the TV, the food, just alone, even the staff, it really helps out for all the families who's gone through a rough time with their kids.
When the pandemic started, Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Florida had to stop admitting new families and serving meals. They started those services again in June, and that's when we interviewed Rebecca. But last week, the charity had another setback. Because of positive COVID-19 tests in the houses and rising numbers throughout Central Florida, they made the decision to temporarily close all 3 houses in Orlando. Their spokesperson, Priya Abul Hassan, says they made sure the families, like Mateo's, still had a place to stay, placing them in hotels near the hospitals.
We're lucky because we do have hotel partners in the community. We've sometimes if our houses have been full, we've worked with hotels to provide lodging to families in the past before the pandemic. These families have a sick child in the hospital. They're trying to stay close to their child. There is a lot of logistics and planning it takes to go into moving the families. We're just lucky that we've been able to work with our hotel partners and make sure that there is no disruption with our families.
The houses will remain closed until at least July 18th. Priya says they're consulting with the health department and medical professionals on a plan to reopen. But they estimate putting the families in hotels will cost the charity an additional $25,000.
And that's not something you plan for. You don't plan for a pandemic and you don't plan for this. So we're relying on the community, and we hope the community can step up and support us.
She says another way people can help is gift cards to grocery stores and restaurants so they can feed the families in their care. They will continue to fulfill their mission any way they can and help keep Central Florida strong.
And Greg, our community always steps up, so hopefully so many people will after watching this story tonight.
I feel like they will. Ronald McDonald House, I've been there and I support that with some charity work, and so I hope that everything happens for them for the best. They really do a lot.